Be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports on YouTube. WXOU Sports is the place to be for all things sports from your favorite college radio station. WXOU Sports features live audio broadcasts of all Oakland University home games, including men's and women's basketball. They also feature interviews with athletes and coaches, with highlights and more. Just go to YouTube and search WXOU Sports and hit subscribe. Now, back to the show. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the GioMoShow interviews right here from WXOU Sports. My name is Giovanni Mosheri, and here with me, the team that always pushes the limits of the production that we have here at WXOU. A returning guest on this show, we have Women's Club Soccer here today to celebrate their second trip. Now, they were there last year in Round Rock, Texas for the NIRSA Club Soccer Championship that will be held on November 21st and 23rd to see who's the best club soccer team in the nation. So we really appreciate you guys coming back here on the GioMoShow. This is going to be fun.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And we'll run through names here real quick. We have Michelle, we have Erin, we have Bailey, we have Meagan, and we have Jenna for those of you watching and seeing the hand motions. But otherwise, you'll just have to see how it goes if you're listening only on audio. It's the whole e-board that's here on the GioMoShow. So we'll get things started here with kind of introductions. I don't know your guys' specific positions on the team, so let's take a trip around the table. Your guys' positions as on Women's Club Soccer's e-board.
I'm Michelle, and I am the president.
I'm Erin, and I'm the vice president.
I'm Bailey, and I'm the secretary.
I'm Meagan, and I'm the treasurer.
I'm Jenna, I'm the fundraising coordinator.
And now all of you guys have been on the team for, this is not your first year on the team, or I guess a real way to phrase that, how long have you guys been on the team?
This is my second year with this team.
This is my third year.
This is my fourth year on the team.
This is also my fourth year.
This is my second year.
So this is quite a veteran bunch that we have here.
Yeah.
So I'll start things off with last season. So if you guys are new to the channel here, we have an interview with this team here from last year, getting ready for what was their first trip to Round Rock, Texas for the championship, now this year being the second. So all of you guys were there last year. Talk to me, whoever is brave enough to describe it. Last year's trip to Texas, how did that go? And kind of give everybody some context as to what you guys come into this year with.
Honestly, last year I feel like it was a lot of learning for our team. We went in there not really knowing what to expect because we'd never been there before, and every team, including ours, was super, super good. So it was really fun overall, but we just didn't really know what to expect going into it, which I think is good for us going in this year. We know what to expect, we're more prepared, and we're ready to go.
And I'd imagine a lot of that's kind of, learning experience comes with partly the play on the field, obviously, but also the logistics of getting there, coordinating, and getting everything to actually work to get you guys on the pitch. So I got to imagine that there was a lot of hurdles to jump there as well.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had to deal with flights and booking rooms and rental cars and it was a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Mess at first, so
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot better. It's been a better experience booking it this year, I'd say, than what I heard from last year.
Yeah, you guys are a known commodity at this point for NIRSA. So.
Yeah.
So then I have the results here, and we'll go through them briefly. As for last year, in the group stages, you guys were unlucky to have the eventual tournament champions in San Diego State that did very well in group play, went on to win the whole thing. You guys unable to get a win in play. It's just, those are the facts and numbers. But now for this year, you guys have a little bit more preparation, know what to expect. Kind of what's the mentality of the team going into now this year?
Unfinished business.
Yes. I was just about to say that.
I think we're far more prepared this year, especially like Michelle said, knowing what we're getting ourselves into and the level of play that we're going into.
Yeah.
It's just completely unlike the teams that we play here. A lot faster, I would say, and more physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely unfinished business. I think it's more of like a revenge tour kind of thing. We're ready to just go out and kick every team's butt. So.
Yeah. I think all of us are going for the win. None of us are going for any other reason. We all want to come back for that win.
Yeah, I think we're also we had some unlucky injuries like right before Texas and some girls unable to go. And I think this year we're like over prepping for that by bringing people in, working really hard at practices. And we all have the same goal going in this year rather than like, oh, we don't know what to expect. Now we're like, no, we know what to expect. We know what we're going to do.
Yeah, we know what's going on now.
For sure.
And imagine that's a message that has been, told and repeated throughout the season to say, no, we want to go back to Texas. We want to do this even from the start of the season. I'd imagine that's the banner phrase for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely told right from the beginning was that like this is a possibility and if we get it, we're going.
Yeah.
And then with all that being said, a little bit more into the introduction phase, obviously this is club soccer. It's not the varsity and it's not D2, 3. Like this is club soccer. So that kind of makes it a unique route for you guys to end up on this team where it's not for scholarship and it's outside of your class time as students. These are students too. Did you know that? And so a lot goes into it. You got to love soccer a lot to be able to do this. So I want to kind of take another trip around the table. Your guys' kind of soccer history, whether it was high school or club. How did you guys land on the club team now this year? Or from the beginning?
Okay, I'll start. So from the beginning, I have played soccer since I was 4 years old. I started playing club soccer when I was 10. I jumped around clubs a little bit, but I ended up at what is now Legends FC out of Brighton. And then I played high school soccer all 4 years. I went to Heartland High School, so shout out.
Boo Heartland.
Let's go Eagles. And then my freshman year of college, I bounced around college a little bit, so I played a year at Northern Michigan in the GLIAC, and then after that I took a year off of soccer and I kind of just focused on school, and eventually I found myself at Oakland, but I didn't play my first year that I was at Oakland because I didn't know that it was a thing, but then I just kind of started looking into it as I got more comfortable here. And then I found the team, and I just reached out. I think I DM'd him on Instagram. And I was like,
very simple.
Yeah, and then, so this is my second year here, and it's so fun. And I literally love everyone on the team. I don't know. So it's just so fun, and that's how I got here.
And we're very happy to have you as a Golden Grizzly.
Thank you.
And for Erin, how about you? What's your trip through the world of soccer that led you to this team here?
Yeah, so I also started playing soccer around like 4 or 5. And then I started playing club, I think, when I was like 9. And then I was actually homeschooled, so I didn't play for high school.
Okay.
So I pretty much played club. And then I heard about OU's club soccer, I think this summer before my freshman year. So I actually played my first year here. And that's pretty much it.
And did you kind of find it just through Instagram, because I want to, after our introductions, I want to talk about your guys' social media presence and trying to get the word out. But we'll continue our trip around the table.
Yeah, I heard about it from a former player. Actually, I played with her over the summer, and then she told me about it.
Yeah. Wonderful, and we're happy to have you on the team.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think you guys are happy to have her on the team. I can only guess.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I also started playing around 4, and then club started at 7, 8-ish. I played for Waza, and then stuck with them through them turning into nationals, and did that up through high school. And then I went to Athens High School with Meagan, and we played there.
Shout out.
Yes, so fun. So we played at Athens, and that was a really good experience, and I just loved it. And the president at the time when I graduated from Athens was the president of club soccer here, and so knowing her and kind of having that familiarity, I emailed her or Facebook messaged her and was like,
how old are you?
I know, right? I had to look up their Facebook because they didn't really have much Instagram. I was like, hey girl, I really wanted to play soccer, but I knew I also wanted to stay home. It was also COVID, and I'm a homebody and did not want to go away to school. So I was like, I'm just gonna try out club and see. I still wanted to play competitively, but not with the whole crazy commitment. So this was the perfect opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started playing soccer when I was 7 or 8, and the next year started playing club for TSC, which is Troy Soccer Club, which then eventually I moved to nationals for my last 2 years. And I also, as Bailey said, went to Troy Athens for all 4 years we played there.
Shout out Red Hawks.
The best time ever. We made a little state final appearance our senior year. Lost to Heartland.
Go
Not
Eagles.
win. Just
We lost. And then when I was a freshman in high school, had played with the president when I was a freshman in college. So Emma was the president, and like she was kind of my mentor because I was on varsity as a freshman. So she kind of was like the one picking me up and just like leading me through everything. So we stayed close throughout the whole time, and then it was finally good to play with her again, freshman in college. So
You're one last ride.
yes, exactly.
Okay, so I started playing soccer when I was 4, started club, I think 6 or 7. I was at Gators to start, and then that turned into nationals. So I was
It
with
all turns into nationals.
So, I mean, did they just kind of say like you are nationals
They
now?
literally all-
Yeah,
of
they
them
just
merged.
merged Waza and Gators. So I was on Gators. Then turned nationals. I did play 1 year at Byrne, and that was very short-lived, and then I went back to nationals.
You were an OG.
Yeah, I was. I went to Henry Ford High School, played varsity all 4 years that I was there. Loved it. I actually coach there now too. So that's
wow.
how I figured out about the Oakland team was through my coach that I coached with, the head varsity coach. He somehow knew about it and told me like, hey, this is what you should do. My first year of college, I actually went to Michigan State. That didn't last very long either. Ended up back home. And that's when that coach, the head coach at Henry Ford, I'm like very close with. So he kind of knew that I needed to play soccer for more than just like to be active. Like it's a big thing for I think all of our mentals and emotional.
No, I mean genuinely, like
Yeah.
laughing aside, like that's a huge piece, especially if you guys have played. All of you have played since you were 4, but you know that's at some level part of your identity. So you kind of you don't want to just drop it if you don't have to. So that definitely, all jokes aside.
Yeah, no, it was definitely something I wrestled with because I wanted to, at first I thought I wanted to play in college, and then I was like, no, I don't. So this ended up being a perfect middle ground for me. And yeah, my coach just ended up telling me about it, and I stalked the Instagram like a hawk until they posted something about tryouts, and then I showed up at tryouts, and that was it.
Love it.
And for you guys, I mean, from what I've heard from your guys' stories, either from coaches, from former presidents and stuff, the network of this team kind of runs deep from the sound of it. And for you guys now trying to, not have it go through those routes, but rather bring it to social media to have people find out about the team that way. You guys told me that just about everybody does a little bit for the social media stuff. So how important is that to get that presence going, to spread the word here around campus? Like what kind of work goes into that?
I feel like it's really important, and we've been like working really hard to get the word out to people. Like for tryouts this year, we participated in GrizzFest, and we had things posted on our Instagram. Did we post things on our Facebook? I don't think we use our
I don't think
Facebook.
we
I mean, you can link the Facebook and Instagram. I
I don't
think.
think we know the login.
I think the Facebook
Oh yes,
is.
okay.
Oh.
So just Instagram, and then just like spreading the word as much as we can, and then like reposting our club soccer Instagram posts on our personal Instagrams.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we really just want to see this program grow further, especially like I'm graduating. I would love for it to grow and like for me to be able to make a mark on the program once I'm gone. I don't know, we just want we want the soccer players out here, you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
I have to say it works. Like we have a ton of girls at tryouts that unfortunately we can't take all of them. But it does, like we usually have a pretty good turnout at tryouts.
Yeah, when I was running for secretary, that was one of the things I put was like, I will, make an effort to make our Instagram and our social media is more like out there and post more and regularly and reach out to people and do fun things. Like I think everyone likes to see themselves on social media.
It never hurts.
I know, right? Like it's just fun and like the media days and doing stuff like that. And we actually, before when we had posted about tryouts over the summer and stuff like that, we had one of our current teammates now who was in Germany at the time DM us from Germany. Yeah, shout out Freddie. DM us and say, hey, I'm in Germany right now, but I'm going to be an exchange student. I really want to know more. Like, so through the Instagram, she was able to see us and find out more. And, and now she's here playing with us. So that was like, I was really glad that
The
happened.
best addition, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Worldwide. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Globally.
our outreach is doing good. I would say.
So those are some deep roots now. Now we're getting to the center of the earth. Yeah. and what I've noticed is not only with your team but the football team included, and I don't want to speak for the rest of the teams. I'm just not sure. But you guys mentioned media day, and I've seen like on your Instagram, you guys have like the professional photo shoots and stuff of the team and all that kind of stuff. Is that something that's kind of coordinated with all club sports to have media days like this, or is this something you guys are doing kind of independently?
That actually just started this year. Kyle Reece, like, he just had this set up for us because he cares about us.
We love Kyle on the GioMoShow, 2-time guest. And you guys can go watch it here on YouTube. Look, Kyle Reece, it's spelled with a C.
Love it.
Yeah, so he organized it for all the club sports, which was sweet. Yeah, professional photos for free just to help advertise the team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all club sports is awesome.
We also had ones done outside, like on our field, which we have this girl named Rensley that's on our team, and she unfortunately tore her ACL before tryouts happened. So she's now like doing photos for us, so we get photos taken during the game and stuff like that. So that also is just like a this year thing because I think she DM'd us.
Yes.
Yeah,
she offered.
Instagram again. It was like, hey, I can't play, but I would love to like take pictures or do whatever you guys need me to do. So
shout out.
she did that for us, too.
Lucky enough to have her too.
Yeah.
And I gotta imagine that is, I mean, when I talked to Kyle here, once again, 2 times on the GioMoShow, subscribe on YouTube to find that interview. But he was talking to me, both on and off air, about how he wants to make club sports a unique experience from across the country, whether it's us at WXOU getting involved, some broadcasting, some coverage like that. He wanted that to be clear that they want a true like athletic experience even on the club side. So with stuff like that, I got to imagine you guys are starting to feel that a little bit, starting to feel a little varsity.
Yeah,
for sure. 100%. Like we put so much work into getting our new uniforms and so much thought into like, you know, just being there and showing up and like still being a part of the school and like being a part of a team. And I think having the pictures done and having like the recognition from Kyle especially and everyone at the rec like does make it feel more like than just a club. Like it really does feel like, because it is still competitive and we are still dedicated, and it was really helpful to have that pictures and stuff.
We always want to put our best foot forward for sure, and it was just really exciting and fun to do.
Like I feel like it's just nice for when your efforts are recognized and like, because it is like it's not as crazy as the varsity sports, but like we take time out of our day for free to do this just because we love to play.
We run
so
it.
It's nice to be like,
like there's never a moment where I'm like, oh, I haven't heard from the girls in a while. Constant
that's so true.
Figuring things out. So I think it's kind of like a little reward for us. This e-board cares a lot. I think everybody on the team actually cares a lot, which is nice when, like I said, like we're putting in so much work. So if they did it would be kind of
Can I just say that this e-board, we literally started having meetings in like May.
We had
a meeting like once a month.
We would have FaceTimes out. I would like sit in my bag and I'll FaceTime wherever.
Literally like it was probably like once a month we would like check in and be like, okay, what do we need to do for the upcoming season. So we definitely do put in a lot of work.
And I do want to say, at least from me personally, that it is recognized for you guys. And I said the same thing when I interviewed the football team and all the other teams I've interviewed. The dynamic of this being, in a way, volunteer or even kind of over volunteer.
Yeah.
The way you guys are like want to play your sport and want to do all the logistical stuff to make it work. I am so I have a lot of admiration for that because I know that stuff is tough here. When it comes to either writing a show or running a show here or doing the stuff I do at WXOU, like that is tough stuff. So for you guys to be able to do that and want to do it and have fun doing it while still being a student, while still being a college student, it does not go unrecognized, at least from yours truly here. So I want to say that. I want to steal the compliments.
Thank you.
So now shifting gears back to the sports side of things. For people who haven't caught up or haven't been keeping up with the season so far, you guys, or how far into the season are you guys? Because I know championship is towards the end of the month here in November. But like, how long is the season for all of you?
It's usually about like 2 months. We actually finished up our last game of the season last weekend.
Last
Saturday.
So we're actually all finished. We're not participating in our end of season tournament since we'll be going to Texas instead.
Right.
Yeah, so
With
season
like the
is-
end of season tournament.
Yeah.
It was a little shorter this year, I think, compared to last
we
year.
play 2 games per weekend.
Yeah.
We always play like a Friday night and a Sunday morning, typically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was actually kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure I knew that context before I asked, like, your guys' kind of summary of the season. You know, unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up game to game with it, so I want to hear from you guys as to, like, what do you think of this season? Did it go well? Did it meet your expectations? Did it prep you guys for this tournament coming up? Kind of give me the scoop on the season, especially for those who haven't kept up in our audience.
I'll go first. I actually don't know our record off the top of my head. I was just trying to figure
Yeah,
this
we're
out.
Like 50-50. Like I think
Yeah.
we won
I think we're a little bit over.
Yeah.
for wins, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Over 500, some would say.
Yeah. I thought it went really well. I was pretty happy with our season. I thought we had a lot more goals this year and a lot more goal scorers. One thing that we really struggled last year was tying. We had like quite a few draws, which is so annoying. I hate tying. I would honestly rather lose than tie. I don't know why. I just hate it. So that was kind of nice to win more games. We did have a few tough losses, though, that really stung, I will say. But overall, I thought it was a great season, had a lot of fun, played hard.
I feel like we always, towards the end of the season, you get people kind of dropping off or unexpected things or teams canceling. We were supposed to go to Ferris State. That hopefully would have been another win.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they had to cancel. And then we just had, just this past weekend where we had a lot of girls unable to show up for just on our side, which just happens. But I think we fought hard in most of our games, and we were able to come out with some really big wins and get lots of points on the board. And then some others that were like really nail biters, like when we went up to play U of M for our U of M Maze. We played them on a cold Sunday morning and fought that one out for a win with low numbers. Just injuries and family events and stuff going on that takes people out of the game. Like we played with 2 subs on this past Saturday, and we still held them. It's, MSU's a hard team, but we fought pretty well. So I think the dynamics have been much more positive this year, despite any scores.
Right.
I think all of our losses too. Like our losses were close. We never got blown out.
Yeah.
I will say, Michelle was hurt for the better part of the season, and I feel like that actually put a lot of our girls into shock because she does she plays center back, so she really she sees everything.
She does everything.
She's also the
Coordinator,
president.
The conductor.
Yeah, she's the president. So I think that just kind of put everybody into a shock for a week or whatever, and then we learned to kind of.
One moment here, we'll get back to the GioMoShow. And we are now back. Sorry, we were talking about this past season and Michelle being the conductor of the team is what I understood.
Yeah, so that just stung a little bit, and I think that some of our games that we lost could have been different. So all that to say, I am excited to have everybody back for Texas and everybody healthy, and it's not going to be someone can't show up for Texas because of something. Everybody's going to be there.
Right.
And I think it'll be really good. And Meagan said, a revenge tour.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we've also learned a lot from each game that we played this year.
Yeah.
Last year, it was kind of just all the same the
Yeah.
whole season.
Very repetitive.
There was things that we learned each game, but it was more just repeating each game, not really working on specific things. And I feel like this year we're targeting more on what we're trying to do during practice to improve certain things.
For sure.
And now with that being said, the Revenge Tour begins November 21st through the 23rd. You guys will be in Round Rock, Texas, representing the Golden Grizzlies, looking to get out of group stage and to fight through to the championship match. This year marks revenge of the Golden Grizzlies.
Yes.
It has been said here on the GioMoShow, and we said it all here. Ladies, I am so appreciative of you guys coming back to the GioMoShow. We all of us at WXOU and Oakland University, we wish you good luck in the coming weeks in preparation for and in execution of the Revenge Tour.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
So
much.
much for having us on today. This is fun.
And for all of you at the GioMoShow here, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Support the show all the ways that you can. Visit WXOU Sports. Subscribe as well as to the GioMoShow here. Support your favorite college radio station as we'll have a whole lot more Golden Grizzlies coverage coming up right here on the GioMoShow. Thank you, everybody, for listening.